Today we're going to make a ricotta toast with a berry compote. Ricotta toast is a very popular way to add protein to your breakfast. So we're going to need ricotta cheese, some Greek yogurt, honey or maple syrup, vanilla, a few berries of your choice, a nice rustic piece of bread like a sourdough or a whole grain, a few nuts, and a lemon. You can use any berries you like. I happen to have some fresh berries here, but you could also use frozen berries. I'm going to go ahead and cut these large strawberries so that they're a similar size to the other berries. I'm using blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries today. And once we get them cut to about the right size, we're going to put them in a large pyrex or some kind of a microwavable dish. You could do this on the stove as well, but this makes it real simple. Add a teaspoon or two of honey or maple syrup. So give it just a little more sweetness. And we're just going to give it the squeeze of a half a lemon. We need to microwave this to start the thickening process. It's going to take quite a while, probably 5 or 6 minutes. While that's microwaving, we'll go ahead and make our delicious ricotta spread for the toast. 1/3 of a cup of ricotta cheese is going to give you a good amount of protein, around 10 grams. Then we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of plain Greek yogurt to this, just for more protein, and it also gives it a little bit more smoothness. Ricotta cheese and Greek yogurt are both very good quality proteins for you to have in the morning. So a couple tablespoons of that. I like to buy the plain Greek yogurt. It's so versatile. You can use it in place of sour cream in recipes. It's amazing. Add another bit of honey, about a teaspoon. And then we're going to do another squeeze of the lemon and a bit of lemon zest. This gives it a really great enhanced flavor. It goes especially well with the berries. Stir that in, and then I like to add just a little bit of vanilla. Excellent. Now we can check on the berries. You're going to think, wow, they're very thin, but once they sit a while we get the toast ready, they will thicken up to a point where you could add them to the toast. So just let them sit aside. And then we're going to go ahead and cut a pretty good sized thickness of bread. This is a sourdough bread that my husband makes every week, a loaf like this, and we're so fortunate to have it here. And it works perfect for this recipe. So there it is, nice and thick. I'm going to go ahead and place that in the toaster. It's super important that it get nicely brown. So watch it closely, but I know I have to set my toaster on the highest level. Okay, so once it's nice and brown, look at that. It takes sourdough a little bit longer to brown as well. Go ahead and take it out, and you're going to place it on a cutting board or a large plate. And I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on. This is optional, but you sure can. It gives it a nice extra flavor. Then we're going to add as much of the ricotta mixture as you can so that you can get the amount of protein that we're after today. And this is going to yield about 25 grams, which is an incredible amount for a breakfast. It's really going to keep you full all morning long. So spread that around on the toast. And then your compote is probably thickened by now and still warm, but it's fairly thick. It'll hold up nicely on top of that wonderful ricotta spread. I'm going to put that on. And then I think just adding a few nuts gives you texture and also more protein. And just another great way to add to this delicious treat. I'm adding pistachios today, but if you have walnuts, pecans, whatever, and just dive right in. Look at that. It looks so great. I'm going to have to take a nice big bite or two and try to finish this all myself. Try this out. Enjoy.